Educreations is an awesome resource and tool, one that educators should take full advantage of. First off, it is free, easy, and user-friendly, which is what every teacher wants to hear. Secondly, it can give you that chance that you have all been waiting for, a chance to try a flipped lesson in your classroom. You can create your own educational videos and interactive lessons and share them not only with your students but the world. How cool is that? If I had to put myself in the student's shoes, I'd prefer having my own teacher's voice rather than someone else's. With all of us being math instructors, we find it difficult when we check the homework the next day and realize that almost everyone, every hour, seemed to struggle with the same question. But now, with Educreations, you can create a video about that particular problem and have to repeat yourself 50 times, possibly posting it on a blog for students to get. You can post any of your lessons on the web and help someone anywhere in the world. Educreations is very simple and has great features. While making your video, you can pause and resume recording any time. It has graph and coordinate grid paper. As math teachers, we love this, don't we? Not all of us can draw straight lines. Simple sharing through Facebook, Twitter, email. It can work on your iPad or PC. You can embed your lesson for viewing outside of Educreations. The list goes on. One of my favorite things about Educreations is that you can also browse and look for particular topics. There might already be a video out there of what you are trying to teach. Not only is Educreations great for the teacher, it is great for the students. As educators, we are always trying to figure out how to implement technology into the classroom. Well, here's your chance. Not only do you have to create videos, you can have your students create videos. Being a student, I would love to explain a lesson through a video rather than having to get up in front of everyone. That's intimidating. Nonetheless, if you feel as if your students create an awesome video, you can use it again in the future and show other students. It would be a change-up for the students if they were to hear a lesson from one of their classmates. They may also try harder because to them it is incentive if you use their work to showcase to others. Educreation supports student learning because it helps students to create, evaluate, analyze, apply, understand, and remember lessons. Let's take a look at each of these through the eyes of a math classroom. How might I use this in my math class? First, to create. Students create their own lesson on a particular mathematics topic. Maybe this is something you could use in the future. This student may be from first trimester and can teach it to your student's second trimester, in a flipped lesson perhaps. Also to evaluate. Students presented with a completed math problem and allow them to judge whether a correct solution was found. Applying all types of learning in math. Analyzing. Students in a math class could create graphs to differentiate between sets of data. To apply, students can demonstrate the steps to any math concept. So many ways that learning never ends. Understand. In geometry, students write vocabulary words and locate a picture to show the meaning of the shape, angle, postulate, etc. Also to remember. For example, students can call prime numbers aloud as they choose them from a list. They are defining, memorizing, and recalling. The first thing we're going to do today is go to the Educreation site and create a login. So you're going to go to your browser, open it, and then the website is www.educreations.com. Then you'll go to sign up for free, which is the green button, and click on teacher. Enter in your information. I'm using my Gmail account because I already used my school email earlier, but you may use your school email as well. I prefer not to be notified about new features. I find it just gives me a lot of email, so feel free to unclick that button and then click sign up. Then it's going to go to select your school. Here, if you start entering the name of your school, it's going to give you a list of options, so just select the one that applies to you. Click Save. And then you're going to create a course. Feel free at this time to just create any trial course that you want to. I'm doing Algebra 1. Then the subject area, for now, I have the privacy set to all at my school. If you'd like to change it to just your students, you don't have any students in your course so far, but pick either one. And then the subject, and then if you'd like to add a description, you may. You don't need to at this point. Then you'll create your course. Okay, now that we're here, take a second to pause the video if you're still working on creating your account. Once you've created your account, feel free to resume and we'll go to the next step. Our next step is going to be browsing existing lessons. Some of you may just want to use Educreations as a resource, whether it's in the classroom or for students, just using existing lessons on the system. To do this from this screen, you're going to go on the left bar and click Browse Lessons. And you're going to be brought up to this screen. So you can sort lessons by subject. You can also do a search. Wait just a moment for that. So feel free to type any subject you want into the search bar. Again, I'm just focusing on Algebra 1, but if you want to make it more specific, you could do order of operations. And then what I'd like you to do after you search for a topic that is relevant to you is pick 2 videos that look interesting. I'd like you to watch a few minutes of those videos and then discuss with someone near you what you think might be useful about these or what you don't think is useful. So would you use this in your classroom? Why or why not? Let's take a few minutes to do that and then we'll move on. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is students could also use this site without having an account. If you go to the Educreations site, where we signed up, if you browse down just below that, it says, what do you want to learn? Now you can click on the subject again, or you can simply type in what you'd like to learn, and a number of videos will pop up. So similar to Khan Academy that some of you have heard of on YouTube, students could use this as a resource when they're at home to look up more example problems and to get assistance. Okay, the next step we're going to talk about is how to create a lesson. So here you can just click on your welcome with your name in the upper right hand corner, and then you're just going to go to create new lesson. Now this is actually really straightforward. Educreations is essentially a whiteboard tool. You can pause and resume recording at any time. You could draw your own problems. One thing that I really like about Educreations, you can set a background. So in this case, I'll go in, have a math worksheet image that I'm going to bring up, and then you can basically solve these problems on this site. So you could use it as a solution board, or again, some more examples for students. Now once you have the background as you would like, all you do is you simply click record. Now it's going to record my voice as I do this. That's a feature that's allowed. Now you can deny that if you'd like. If you want to just have an audio-free video, you may do that. You can also click allow. If you click allow, again, it will record your voice as well. So you can pick a color, and then you could say things like, on this one we will combine like terms. So you'd have -20 equals -10x. And since the -10 is multiplying x, we want to undo that operation by dividing by -10, and so on. Now, one thing that I found with Educreations is that you do have to be quite adept at a mouse. If you notice my handwriting here isn't the best, you are using the mouse to draw. So you may want to adjust your mouse settings. That may help you out. And again, you would go through and do this. Now, you can again pause, as you see here, and resume recording at any time. You can also go to another page. So for example, if we finished all those problems, we wanted to add some more to our video, we could go to a new page. We could draw our own problems, like so. So there's a number of features. Again, you could add a background of graph paper if you'd like, as was mentioned previously. So there's a lot of good tools. Now once you're done, you'll go to save, and you can preview your work, you can save, you can also just start over and kind of scrap what you've already done. So I'm going to go to save. I'm going to put a title to the lesson, so in this case 2-step equations. Be helpful if I spelled it correctly. We're going to add it to the Algebra 1 course. Right now it's unpublished, but if this was something I was satisfied with, I could make it visible to my students. Again, you can also make it so that it's visible to anyone searching the site, to everybody at your school, if you want to share across classes, or again, just to your students. So summary, examples, of solving two-step equations. So there it is. Now what I'd like you to do now is to go through those steps and just create a simple lesson. All I want you to do is try and get familiar with the whiteboard tool. Also, if you could add another page to try that feature out, and if you want to use your mic to record some audio, that will also work. So just try out, make a sample lesson, take a few minutes to do so, and then we'll resume this. So at this point we've gone through 3 of our objectives: how to make a teacher account, how to utilize existing lessons on Educreations, and how to make a lesson with Educreations. So next we're going to talk about creating your own course that you can add students to. You can give them a link to it. So to do this, you're going to go to the Educreations logo. It's in the upper left hand corner. And here you're at your dashboard. So when I created my login, I created an Algebra 1 course. You can also create additional courses by clicking on the Create a Course button. If I click on Algebra 1, I can then go to Students. Now, as you see here, there are no students in the course yet. But here it says students can register in this course by going to the following link where they can sign up. So we're going to open that link. You can also give students this course code. So you could have students do this in a lab, or if you just want to give them the code, if they go to the Educreation site, like we did earlier, and click Student, they would say, yes, I have a course code. Then they would enter in this course code. So the student's going to go in, they're going to see that they're registering for your class, enter in their information, enter an email just like you did earlier. Again, I would suggest unclicking Notify Me about new features, but if you really want to hear about Educreations, feel free to leave that checked. Sign up. We'll wait. It says registration complete. Your account has been created. Next time you come to the site, use your email address to log in. Your password is the one you selected in the last page. So we'll click here to begin using the site. So we've got, you joined Educreation. It's going to show the teacher additions. Here's my course. And again, my course has 1 lesson in it. And then I'd be able to see other students. Okay, so now back on the teacher site, we can see that Liz Kubecki is now a student of Algebra 1. Once students are added, you can manage the students under this option. So we've got Liz Kubecki. I could change the password for this student. I can also move the student to a different course if I wanted to. I could remove the student and so forth. So those are some options once you have students in your course. One nice feature as well is that it shows when the student was last active, so you can see if students are accessing the videos that you post. That's a nice feature to kind of check whether the flipped lessons you're putting together are being utilized. Okay, now we've gone through our objectives of making a teacher account, how to utilize existing lessons, how to make a lesson, how to add student accounts by giving students the link, how to remove students from a course or change their course. The last thing we're going to do today is how to edit your profile. So if you want to, you can change some things on your profile. If you click on the welcome and then your name, you'll come to this screen, and then just click on Edit Profile. And then again, it should show your title, first name, last name, your email, and then here if you'd like to add a photo or a bio, this might be useful if you're going to start sharing your videos with everyone. Then you can go in and select a photo of yourself. So here I've selected a photo. I could add my bio and then click Save, and now I have a photo that would show up with my videos. I know many will prefer just to leave the silhouette option, so I just wanted to show you how to add a photo if you would like. The other things under Edit Profile, you can change your password, so putting your old password, creating a new one. You can change your notifications, so right now it's set that I get an email when someone registers for a class or there's a new comment on one of the recordings. I can also choose to have news sent to me again. Then my school Reese Puffer High School. If you were to switch schools, you can also change your school. So those are all options under your profile. So hopefully this has been very helpful and you can see some ways to use Educreations in your classroom. It is very easy to use, so I hope that you are now comfortable with it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Thank you.